Hey all, and welcome back for the finale of Silent Hill.
This is one of the most important and probably confusing cutscenes in the game.
Good. This is what I crave when it comes to psychological horror.
So this is a flashback to, I think, shortly after Alessa gets burnt in some kind of ritual, and we have Kaufman and Dahlia looking over the body. But for somehow, to prevent the cult's plan to awaken the nightmare, their god,
that wasn't our agreement.
Alessa has managed to split her soul into two parts.
Oh, I see.
And now her power can't be tapped into, because there's only half of her in there.
Would one half of that soul be on a highway, perchance?
It's entirely possible, since she did get burnt the same day as some guy found a girl on a highway.
Unless we get the other half of the soul.
We need the soul.
Wouldn't it be a shame if someone happened to come through town with the other half of that soul?
Yeah, it would be quite unfortunate.
It's sure to come.
But that will take time.
God, so it's like Alessa just there suffering to this very day.
She was there, she's been there, for 7 years, yeah.
I mean, she seems to be doing great right now.
Well, when you came back through town with Cheryl, and her soul was complete, then her powers finally exploded over the town, like was the plan 7 years ago.
Right.
And the result is basically a subconscious explosion of nightmares that she's been having for 7 years. Hence the burnt bodies everywhere, hence the rust. You know, it's all like the subconscious pain she's been having for 7 years, or like the literal pain, actually.
Right.
That's why there's so many wrapped bodies around. That's why all her, childish knickknacks and childhood fears have been spread across Silent Hill, the giant bugs, the monsters, all of that.
That's kind of a recurring thing in horror these days.
I don't want to.
I mean, it was quite the contrast back then with something like Resident Evil, where, zombies escape a lab,
It's like, I'm doing an evil, and look, here is the evil.
That's all.
This here's the last piece of the puzzle. It's Dahlia, wanting to use Alessa to birth the god and start the ritual before the boiler explodes and the house burns down and Alessa gets horribly maimed.
Oh, but Mommy, I just want to be with you.
I don't want to be blown up in a house fire, Mummy.
Just
Understandable.
please understand. Oh, yes, I see. Maybe Mommy has been wrong.
So yeah, obviously we're in massive spoiler territory now.
Yeah.
But everything you see in the game can be traced back to the nightmares of Alessa and her experiences, She probably read The Wizard of Oz at some point, while we're getting Wizard of Oz keys,
Yeah, true. Yeah, the insects, the giant one we fought with the wings.
The, the storybook that gave us the clue to how to beat that boss is like literally a storybook she read. That room with the single desk, it represents how she was alone in school because everyone bullied her. She was this weird psychic daughter of some weird woman in town.
Yeah.
And they wrote all those nasty things on her desk.
Joke's on them, they're all fucking dead.
It's looking likely.
I was shocked to realize.
So yeah, if you don't save Sybil, she doesn't show up here.
Interesting.
In spite of the
And there we have Alessa's body next to her soul.
Oh, I don't like that.
It's all because of that man. We must be thankful to him.
And Harry unwittingly helped Dahlia
Even though it's
trap Alessa's soul to stop her from trying to stop the...
Oh, he just wanted his daughter back.
what a pity.
Sorry, I just thought of a funny joke.
Freeze.
What in the devil's name?
She went from freeze to just shooting very fast.
Whoa!
Dahlia,
Well, well, well. To think you'd make it this far.
I thought the jelly bean incident would set you back.
Cheryl, what have you done to her?
This is always the way, though.
You talking?
tricking some guy into doing your dirty work, and then he turns his skills onto you.
To her former self?
I'm in no mood for jokes.
Don't you see? She's right there.
That's absurd.
You are the only one who thinks so.
Yeah, well, you're not wearing shoes, so enjoy the tetanus.
On this rusty muck.
Why are you doing this?
It's been a long 7 years. For the 7 years since that terrible day.
Which, to be honest, if I had the boiler serviced, it probably could have been avoided.
Americans must have been so confused playing this without that boiler memo.
Alessa has been trapped in an endless nightmare from which she never awakens. He has been nurtured by that nightmare, waiting for the day to be born. That day has finally come.
Uh-oh.
The time is nigh. Everyone will be released from pain and suffering.
Yeah, that's definitely the vibe I'm getting walking around here.
Like your crispy daughter's sitting there in a wheelchair. Do you think she's going to be released from suffering?
Reckoning,
Yeah, it's not looking good.
when all our sorrows will be washed away.
Every door unlocked.
Yes, every jelly bean securely in its package.
Secured from your evil hands, Harry.
Be the mother of God.
Roxas returning back to Sora.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking about. How could you guess? I do see the comparison though.
I mean, shit. It's not the first and last time that'll be done. Good.
So here, we get our reward for doing that Kaufman side quest, saving Kaufman.
Quit screwing.
He shows up here too.
Return things to how they were before.
I'm trying, bro. There's not an on-off switch here.
Did I ask?
Kaufman had some kind of alliance with the cults. You know, I guess they were like the ones taking care of the people investigating him. But he wasn't down for the whole world becoming a nightmare hellscape, apparently. So now he's like a little peeved about that.
I just want to sell drugs, okay?
I just wanted to sell drugs.
My, aren't we getting cocky? Bet you can't see this.
It's a gun.
No, he brought the red liquid that he took from us when we found it in the motorbike.
Don't ask me to pronounce that.
All I had to
Of Globus.
fine. You all, well, it kept you busy. Ah, you're easy. And there's more where this came from.
Are we just gonna ignore fucking Jesus over there?
No, he's not. Here we go.
See ya! Could have dodged this at any time.
This is slow motion, mate.
Ah, yeah, of course.
She's not just gonna... She's not gonna just step aside.
Oh shit, wait, that was tomato sauce. Never mind. Nice stoic reaction, Harry.
What the?
She's loving this shit.
She won't be for long. So the red liquid exercises the parasite, and this is the mother of all parasites.
Oh, that's raw.
So now Kaufman's like, anyway, Harry, you can take it from here, right, mate?
Once again, only signed up to sell drugs.
Anyway, bye, Dahlia.
Ah, sweet irony.
Alright, let's rock and roll.
Hell yeah.
So if you didn't do the Kaufman side quest, he doesn't show up, and you have to fight the sort of angelic form of Alessa, and you get a bad ending. Jeez.
Surprised that wasn't a one-shot.
It basically does half your health if you get hit twice by that sort of chain.
There's the rifle you were saving.
Here we go. I think I used every bullet from the rifle on this guy.
Why wouldn't you, really?
The classic run in a circle.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this boss design is hardcore, man.
How would you say it ranks among other Silent Hill fighter bosses?
Well, 3's is kind of wild. It's definitely a tie between 1 and 3 in terms of design. I love this. I love this over-the-shoulder cam we get when we aim at this thing. Actually, when you beat the game, you unlock an over-the-shoulder mode for the game where every time you aim, it will do that camera angle.
It's like I'm playing a D-make of Resi 4.
Yeah, basically. If you use it, sometimes you'll be able to see out of bounds and stuff. So that's why you can't use it on the first playthrough. But it's neat for a replay. If you don't do the Kaufman side quest, you get a bad ending. If you don't do you get bad ending.
Yeah.
If you don't do the Kaufman side quest, but do save Sybil, you get the bad plus ending. If you do the Kaufman side quest, don't save Sybil, you get the good ending. And if you do the Kaufman side quest and save Sybil, you get the good plus ending.
I understand completely. Ow.
Ow.
Stop raining hellfire down on me.
It seems like pretty hard to discern how you would save Sybil, or if it's even possible. But I could see someone beating the game without saving her, and then finding out what the red liquid does, maybe through the Kaufman scene, and then trying it maybe in a subsequent playthrough.
Yeah.
And seeing if it actually works.
Tough old demon, ain't you?
The most nonchalant god killer ever.
You can stop screaming any time there. Good.
Out of rifle.
Good old shy. Nothing beats that.
There we go.
Oh no! Daddy, why? Why? Phase 2?
No, we got her. Or it, whatever came out of her.
Yeah. Is that a baby?
Baby.
Well, either way, I'm leaving with a daughter, so...
We'll call that a win.
Sorry, Cheryl / Alessa. Didn't mean to shoot you with a billion rounds of rifle ammo, but you know how it is.
Basically, in her last moments, Alessa / Cheryl is reincarnating for a do-over.
Ah, yeah, you might want to hurry up, Sybil. Really could have used you during that final fight, by the way.
Saved you just so you could get taken out and knocked out the entire final boss.
Ah, what the drugs?
Well, now I can get back to the drugs. Now that this is all done with. Or maybe not.
Really? You can't overpower her? Well, you're dead now, I guess.
Got his comeuppance.
Let that be a lesson. Don't try and sell drugs in a nightmare realm.
Don't align with a cult to sell your drugs.
That first, but also the other thing. Another gift from Cheryl.
So cool. So tastefully done.
All this on the PS1 as well.
Yeah.
God, it always ends badly for this car. Like, dies in a fire, and then dies in another fire.
Yeah, but maybe now she's reincarnated. She'll get to have a good life with someone who actually cared about her.
Hopefully. Well, there we go, folks. That was Silent Hill. So, final thoughts, Britt?
You know, obviously an incredible achievement for the time. I really like how at the end, you know, it's you know, there's all this complicated, like, interesting stuff to pick apart in terms of how the mechanics of it all is working and the psychological horror. But I just, you know, I like how when you boil it down, it's a story about a really good guy who, did like what, became the father that girl's horrible mother never was, you know, like.
Yeah.
I don't think, you know, she had this, you know, diabolical plan to birth a cult. You know, she aligned with drug dealers to get it done. And I guess it never crossed her mind that some guy, there's just like a good guy out there in the world who would stop by and foil it all, you know, and step in to be the parent she never was.
It's just karma in action, really. But yeah, I enjoyed that. Obviously, I didn't have much to say in regards to how the game was laid out and, you know, the intricacies of it, but there was enough there for me to chew on, which I think is the mark of a pretty well-written story.
Yeah, also a great game to replay once you kind of get an idea of what's going on. You can notice all the little details once you replay. I mean, even in the first level, there's like wheelchairs strewn about, and it's like, oh, you know, that's part of the nightmare because, you know, she was in that horrible burn in a wheelchair in a hospital, all burnt up, you know.
Yeah. Man. 7 years of that, unable to die.
That is the most horrific part of the game. Yeah, absolutely. And it's why the nightmare is so horrific once it kicks in. The manifestation of all that pain.
Michael G. as Harry. Special thanks, and you.
Thank you so much for playing Silent Hill.
Thank you so much for buying my drugs. $19.99. Well, there's still a few bits left here, aren't there?
Yeah, I think that you get there's a little post-credits moment here. If you got the good plus ending.
So are we a couple now, or?
No. And now, of course, the blooper reel! The 90s blooper reel!
I can't fucking believe it. I wondered what this was when I was scrolling through the footage to edit it. Drugs.
That's his one character trait.
And starring Sybil Bennett. Please no, don't do that.
I guess this is what Alessa would have looked like under those bandages as a teenager.
Yeah. Everything worked out A-okay for me.
The scariest part of the game is coming up here.
Have you read your Bible today? What must the first person who unlocked this have been thinking at the time?
Oh, he nearly falls over while getting up. Classic hijinks.
Applause.
The whole crew is laughing.
Everywhere you go. Harry Mason. Would laugh if it just said some guy.
And there you have it.
Oh,
Now we get the cozy results screen.
we do indeed. Let's see. Mode, normal, yes. Gameplay at 1. Good plus, 11 saves, 0 continues. 2 hours, 20 minutes. Walking distance, seems a bit superfluous. Running distance, important. Oh, you didn't get all the items though, Charlie.
Yeah, but anything in yellow means I've done well. It means, like, any of the yellow stats means I'm on my way to getting a high rank if you get everything yellow.
Ah, I see, I see.
Yeah, so was it what you were expecting after all these years of hearing about it?
I didn't expect it to go so hard towards the end. I thought Silent Hill 2 would do that sort of thing, but yeah, I'm pretty pleased with being able to cover this for the channel. Obviously, thank you for recording the footage, otherwise it wouldn't have happened in the first place.
Yeah, no worries. It definitely goes hard at the end. I think that's it's like one of the coolest endings in a horror game.
So yeah, I've been Top64.
And it's been TGBS here.
We'll see you next time for another HFC playthrough. Bye bye.
Have a good one.